We come out here to plant some more plants in the garden, and look who's out here checking out our garden. I'm seeing taters just coming up. My taters coming up? Yeah. You didn't know it? No, I didn't know it. You're right there. I see it. And these, I don't see one from here, but them others back up there. See that greening over there? I see it. Back up yetter's got taters up. I see it, Grandmama. I see it. He's gonna have to water his plants here. We got taters in these buckets here, these pots. Welcome back to Britton Farms Homestead. Today we're going to do a garden update. So let's start here on the end. And we've got cucumbers. They're just now coming up though. Here's our little cucumbers right here. And there's several of them that they're planted on this fence row all the way down. Then we have beans. And we have 3 half rows of beans. 1, 2, and 3. Then we have 3 half rows of corn. Out there you can see the bright green. And we have zucchini. We have zucchini that we planted a seed, and then somebody gave us some plants of zucchini. They're not looking too good, but we're hoping they'll bounce back. They were too big in the pots they were in, but here's the ones that we planted from seed, and they look really good. We have squash, plenty of squash. We have squash that we planted. This is just yellow squash, and it's a whole row of it because we like squash, and we're gonna sell what we can't eat or put up ourselves. We had eggplant. We didn't have any eggplants come up. We have, let's see what this is. We had to mark everything. Spaghetti squash. These are the spaghetti squash, and they're looking good. And then we have some honey baby squash, and they're coming up. Let's go down here to the end, see what else we have. This is Brussels sprouts. Here's our Brussels sprouts. Down through here, they're coming up. It's got some bald patches. We'll try to thin these out and put them in the bald spots. We have spinach. Spinach down through there. And then, what else have we got? We planted so much. And this is butternut squash. Some butternut squash. There's a butternut squash. Let's see what else we got. Beets. We got beets. These are red beets. I don't like red beets, but my dad likes red beets, so we planted beets for him. And our beets are coming up. And cauliflower. None of our cauliflower or eggplant came up. None of our broccoli came up. We have some cauliflower plants started that we're going to use to put where those didn't come up. We have kohlrabi. Our kohlrabi came up. And then we have a row and a half of green bell peppers. And these were bought as plants. We didn't start these as seeds. Our peppers didn't do too well. We do have some that survived that we planted from seed, but most of them did not. These are our bell peppers. We have a row and a half of these because we've had an order from somebody that said they would buy what we could grow of bell peppers. So we're growing a lot. And the tomato plants that we have been through so much are doing great. I'll show you them. So here's one. It's doing great. One next to it's doing great, but it just hasn't grown much. We also have a bunch of plants that someone sent us. And what we're gonna do with them, we don't know, but they were for free. We have about 50 more tomato plants here. We have all these bell peppers here. Or not bell peppers. Some of them are bell peppers. Some of them are orange blazed bell peppers. Some of them are hot chili peppers. But we have a bunch more peppers that were for free. So guess what? We're gonna plant them. We also have a whole tray of marigolds that somebody gave us. Marigolds that we're gonna put in with our tomatoes to help with the bugs. I will take you guys down tomato row. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4.5 rows of, no, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 rows of tomatoes. We have 3 full rows, 2 half rows, and then we're fixing to plant these other tomatoes that somebody gave us. So we're gonna have a lot of tomatoes. But these tomatoes right here that I'm fixing to show you are more tomatoes that somebody gave us. These right here with the blue strap here that we're gonna use to tie them up with on the fence posts here, they were gave to us. This whole half row here. Those out there are the ones that we planted. And we started all these from seed. And these are the ones that were looking really ugly. If you haven't seen that video, I'm gonna show you a picture of how ugly they were. But we trimmed the leaves off the bottom, planted them really deep, and only left about this much out of the ground, and they're looking fabulous now. But here they are. These were the old ugly plants. They were so leggy and just horrible looking, and we planted them, hit them with Miracle-Gro, and they are thriving, doing great. You can see them all the way down through here. Through here. They're just looking beautiful. Beautiful, man, look at that. Look at that. We were so afraid that these were just gonna be ugly and nasty little tomatoes for the rest of their little lives. But as you can see, they are doing well, and they are just thriving. They're beautiful. We have hit them with Miracle-Gro twice. We have also put a Tums in next to each one of them to make sure they had the calcium they need for the blossom end rot, so we don't have that, and to knock out early blight, so we don't have either one of those. We also took some Epsom salts day before yesterday, right before it rained, and put like a teaspoon next to each one, so they would have the Epsom salts, which promotes blooming and growth. And they're just doing great so far. We hope they stay that way. And I wanted to show you guys these tomatoes. These tomatoes are the strangest looking tomatoes I've ever seen. The leaves on them don't even look like tomatoes. Look at this. This doesn't even look like a tomato leaf. These are indeterminate, and I will have to see what these are, but every one of them look this way. Of course, they're all the same kind. Let me see what the name of those are. But they just don't look like any tomato I've ever seen. So, those are brandy wine tomatoes. They're indeterminate, which means they grow until they die. So we're fixing to set out some more tomatoes, some more peppers, try to get as much done before dark. I'll take you guys by the little garden later and show you what's going on there. We gotta get these in the ground before dark, get them watered, hang out and watch us set out some more tomatoes. Tomatoes, they go in the tomatoes. So these are tomatoes we're just planting down through here. And now Vince is watering them. Vince, where did all these tomatoes and peppers come from that was given to us?
I can't say, but they were for free. And our team captain, Team Will It Grow, he'll do anything to make the team win.
So we planted about, what was it, 30 tomatoes? So we planted about 30 tomatoes today and 50 peppers. So all in all, how many tomato plants do we have now?
Over 300.
We have over 300 tomato plants.
Around 300.
Or around 300. We got a lot of freaking tomatoes. And we got a lot of peppers. And we have other stuff growing, but I think we'll have more tomatoes and peppers than we have of anything else, but that's okay. We'll eat it, we'll can it, we'll sell it, we'll give it away. We're gonna feed the masses.
Thanks, Captain.
What do you say?
I said thanks, Captain. Team Will It Grow.
So while he's watering everything we just planted, I'm gonna come and feed the chickens some scraps. And I will give you a little tour of the little garden and what's going on in it. We planted garlic, we planted some onions. A bunch of the onions didn't come up. Vince took some bulbs we had and planted over here. Besides all the onions we have on the mountain, we have like 800 planted on the mountain. Somebody better buy this stuff. Or we're just gonna be giving it away. It's not gonna go to waste one way or another. But I'll bring you over here, show you what's going on. That rooster. Okay. So here's our garlic, which is doing really well right now. Looks like it's doing good. We didn't plant a lot of garlic. We have more to plant. We just haven't planted it yet. Here's our onions that come up. They're looking pretty pitiful. Looks like they're about to bolt. So these onions probably aren't gonna do any good. But he did get some other onions put in here. Yeah, look at that. Looks like that bad boy's about to bolt, and which means this onion under the ground is not gonna get any bigger. But he planted some onion down through here. Looks like he didn't get one in the ground. Well, let's plant that. All right, it's planted now. And we have carrots. Here's our carrots. They need to be thinned out. We'll do that a little bit later. They're just getting good and started. But we have a row of carrots. This is our beets. Let's see, our beets. These are white beets. This is our radishes. And I just want to see how big they are because we don't want to get them too big because they'll get hot on us and we don't want them too spicy. That's about the right size. Some of these need to be, go ahead and harvest some of these. We'll do that this weekend, I'm sure. Today's Thursday, so one more day won't hurt them. And this is our cabbage. Our cabbage. And when I first planted those, I did not know how to identify what cabbage looks like as a seed because as a seedling, I guess, when they first sprout, because I've always bought plants and never grew cabbage from seed. So I'm growing from seed this year, Pathways Homestead, and either Heritage Heart Homestead or Indiana Backyard Gardener. I think. I could be wrong. Sorry guys, but they told me what to look for, and the leaves look like little hearts. And I came out here and did identify them and saw that they did come up. Only half the row come up, so we're gonna have to plant something else here, but we do not have a shortage of plants or things to plant, so we can go ahead and finish this row out with something. And as soon as we get these radishes up, which the size they are, it won't be long and we're gonna harvest those and we can plant something else in its spot. We will harvest them up and we'll immediately plant something back there. I don't know what yet, but like I said, we do not have a shortage of plant seeds or people that will give us plants. We have somebody that's been giving us a lot of plants that got too big on them. They just wanted for them not to go to waste. So, because they were free, Vince wanted to take them, so we've got them. Anyway, here is our blackberry bush, and it is putting on its leaves. Look there, guys, it's about to bloom. Yay! But a lot of it looks like it needs to be cut back. Like this right here. You see there's no growth on this at all. We need it, and we did cut this back, but this one needs to go. That one over there needs to go. Anything that doesn't have green growth on it needs to be cut out. It looks like several of these need to go and get all that mess out of there because it's just gonna hinder these that are growing. And we have plenty coming up from the roots here. That's the blackberries. And when the cows got out and got into our garden, the blackberries that I had covered with sawdust to put on roots, they uncovered it. They ate a bunch of leaves off the blackberry bush. But anyway, here is our blueberry bush, which looks like we're not going to get blueberries this year. But here it is. It's our blueberry bush, and it looks like the frost got it. That's what it looks like to me. Looks like the frost got the blooms. There are a few there. Looks like we're gonna have one to make it. Yay! A few here. Looks like we're not even gonna have enough for a pie because the frost got it. And the other bush died, and we're not sure why, but you know, stuff happens. So we gotta get another bush to take its place. And I guess that's all the updates I have right now, except I'll show you the cold frame that I'm slacking on. I was gonna plant in these straw bales, but I have so many plants. We've been working so hard in the garden, planting. I have neglected these straw bales, and I just don't know if I'm gonna get around to planting in them. They worked great for a cold frame, and now it has grass growing out of it. I have neglected it and done nothing to it since I prepped the bales. I did prep the bales to plant in them, but haven't got out here to plant because I'm always busy in the garden. So I don't know that I'm gonna get these planted in. It was a great idea. I just haven't had time. I work a full-time job, and it's just hard. It's just hard. Anyway, I'll show you what it looks like. It's a hot mess right now. Got grass growing. Look at here, guys. Got grass growing out of these bad boys. I bet my rabbits would just love to have that. Maybe I'll come out here and pull this grass for the rabbits. It looks really good for them. But, I don't know. We may just use this as compost and let this compost, or, and here's tomato plants that we didn't use that have dwindled away. We gave plants to neighbors. Oh look, we even got a mushroom growing. Mushroom, guys! I don't know squat about mushrooms, or I'd say we'd pick that and eat it, but I don't want to die today or have diarrhea and vomiting, so we'll leave it alone and just let it do its mushroom thing. But thanks for hanging out, guys, going through the garden update with me. There'll be more updates. I'm slacking on my updates on the garden. We've done so much and just forgot to update. I'm gonna try to do better and update as I go, which means I may have to put out more than one video a week, but I hope you guys stick around. If you like what you're seeing, go ahead and subscribe. It's the easiest way to support us. It's free, doesn't cost you anything. Go ahead and hit that bell so you get a notification every time we put out a video, so you can keep up to date on our homestead, our garden, our family, our chickens, goats, etc. Everything that we have going on, I try to document here and there. And also, if you have any questions, comments, go ahead and put them down below. I love to hear from you guys and hear what you got to say. Thanks for watching. God bless y'all.